So this morning when I woke up, I felt very, very restless for some reason. And after finishing my journaling, I decided to go outside for a walk because the weather is absolutely beautiful today and the sun is shining. And I felt like I needed some movement to nourish my body. And usually I go for a walk around the park here very nearby. But today I felt this hunch to actually divert from the path and pick another street. And I discovered that the area that I'm living in is so incredibly pretty. The streets are filled with trees and the birds are chirping and the sun was shining and it was so pretty. And the buildings, they look so nice and cozy. And I was so happy that I decided to divert from the route that I set out to actually walk. And as I was walking through these streets, I was just thinking to myself, this is so pretty. It's so beautiful. I felt rejuvenated by nature, the sounds, the sun. It was so calming and peaceful. And I believe that we can rejuvenate ourselves in nature whenever we feel restless or whenever we feel out of touch with ourselves. And nature has this calming effect when you just allow yourself to immerse in the whole experience. And I was actually wearing my earplugs and I decided to take them off and just walk and listen to the sounds that were around me instead of listening to music or a podcast or something to keep my mind occupied. I decided to just immerse myself in the experience of being in the nature and exploring the streets. And there is something to exploring an area that has this energetic quality to it. I can feel that it stimulates my brain in a different way. You're looking at the buildings in a different way. It's new, it's novel, right? And our brains are designed to go and explore. So whenever you feel like you are maybe restless or you feel like you're a little bit stuck in a rut or you feel uncomfortable, maybe it can be useful for you to actually just go for a walk and explore your area from a different perspective. Maybe pick a street that you usually never take, and who knows, you might end up discovering a beautiful little patio or a small park. As I was walking, I came across this pretty small park and I decided to go inside, and it was so beautiful, and I was fantasizing about it being a very nice place to take some friends or to just hang out by myself, read a book. And it was so pretty. I really enjoyed allowing myself to get energized by this small exploratory quest, right? And then as I was walking, I decided, okay, I actually, in my mind, I set out to walk the park, the circle in the park, and it is something that I know, right? And it feels comfortable to return back to the things that you know. You want to expand a little bit outside your current scope of known territory, and at the same time you want to maintain a safe environment. So I decided to go back towards the park, and then I entered the park. And as I was walking through the park, I could see on the sidelines that there were some more interesting streets that I felt like I might want to explore, right? But I was battling in my mind that should I go just the route that I set out myself to take, or do I want to go explore? And I felt this inner resistance almost to, to stay in the comfort lane and to stay in the spot that I knew and that I could just, you know, relax, and I didn't really have to pay attention to the surroundings because I know this area. And then on the other hand, it was tempting, and at some point I decided, you know what, let me just go there and just, overcome my initial resistance to the discomfort of getting out of the comfort zone and just explore this area a little bit further. And when I decided to do that, I could feel this surge of energy that started flowing because I made the decision to expand my known territory a little bit more. I made the decision to go and explore a little bit further. And I discovered the most beautiful street I've ever seen here in Budapest. And it was so pretty for me to walk through it. And I actually could feel this wave of emotions washing over me as I was walking through the street, because there was this reason for me to be there. I was battling a little bit with my inner resistance towards getting out of my comfort zone, even if it was just such a small gesture, right? I was just going for a walk, but I could feel this rush of emotions, and it was very touching to experience this moment for myself. And then after I went through this street and I was so thankful that I discovered it, I went back to the park and I decided to complete my daily circle around the park. And it felt different this time, you know. I felt like I expanded my spirit a little bit. And I think it's important for us to do that from time to time. We often forget to create situations where there is an exploratory aspect. We stay inside our homes, and of course now with the pandemic, it's everything is a little bit more difficult. However, there is still ways for us to leave the house and to, you know, to try out new things and allow nature to touch you. It Nature has such an incredibly healing and rejuvenating force and energy. It's We are meant to experience the beauty of what this planet has to offer us. And especially on a sunny day when the birds are chirping in spring, it the energy is just so healing and so rejuvenating. And we tend to forget that. And I grew up in a place where there is a lot of nature around the house. We had this quite a big garden, and we were used to playing outside all the time. And my mom always was like, "You can't stay inside. You gotta go outside for at least like a few hours because the sun's out, and stop being inside," because we were playing out. We were playing inside with the Lego. And then what we did was we actually took the Lego and we put them on the blanket outside and we were playing outside. But I'm very, very thankful that my mom actually pushed us to go play outside when the sun was shining, because it just, you can feel it is recharging your batteries, the sunshine on your skin. You can feel it almost, you know, injecting you with this energy, and it's such a rejuvenating experience. So we tend to forget that sometimes. And when we feel restless, it can really change your mood. It can really make such a big difference when you decide to go for a walk, or go to a park, or in the mountains, wherever you are. If you can take some time for yourself to connect with nature, I am sure you will afterwards feel so much more grounded, so much more at peace, so much more rejuvenated. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and my little story. And I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for joining me for the ride. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.